active, very good, especially in those center back positions.
Edelman nudging forward into the path of Elias Manuel! Glorious start for Troy Lesane and Red Bull New York! They insist!
Momentum from decision day, scoring the late goal to survive. The best thing to do is come out with that same energy. And it comes from a turnover, as you would expect. Edelman just lifts it over the top of Privet. Elias Manuel looked like a confident striker there, takes it down off the chest. Excellent technique to strike down across the frame.
He delivered from 12 yards out on Saturday. Can he do so from further out here today? It's Tolkien! Oh my word! How about it? How about this boy?
The personality of John Tolkien. How about this for precision? Up and down, curling away from Kalina, no chance, just gets a hand to it. Everything has been way too tight. Have to shift the defense a little bit, and the tempo for me has just not been quick enough.
Here's Tolkien. As Red Bull push forward again. It's opened up here for Elias Manuel. Oh! Big games need big goals. Elias Manuel scores the biggest thus far.
Pick off the ball right off Copetti. And from there, it's Tolkien driving forward, stays patient, finds that little cutback across to Manuel, who just tucks inside on that right foot. And from there, the rest is history. Just so much time and space to pick his head up in the box. Criminal defending from Charlotte. One-on-one opportunity, something different to think about.
Bonico clipping into the danger zone. Świderski back across goal, and that is a sensational finish. What a goal for Charlotte! Their first goal in Major League Soccer's playoffs.
Coming off a goal with the confidence against Inter Miami and one just prior to that, but how about this well-worked set piece and that audacious effort from Vargas. Świderski, they set up outside, is well designed and executed. But how about that finish over the head from Vargas, flipping with that right foot across his body, picking out that back post. See Charlotte.
Cleverly done by Luquinhas as Red Bull New York look for number 4. Tolkien, Ballo! Charlotte cut to ribbons again! And Red Bull New York leaves Charlotte FC red-faced and
More
Red
of the
Bull
same
Arena.
for Red Bull, and it comes through the same characters with Luquinhas and John Tolkien, creating that wide overload on Byrne, but then the presence of mind to pick his head up to find Barlow across the frame. But these two have just been excellent, been informed throughout, whether drawing a foul, creating for each other, released at the last second. Just so patient from Luquinhas, understanding he's got the overlap from
Ajiman. Is there an opening here for Charlotte? Ajiman! Goal! Charlotte will not go down without a fight! Now then! Here we go again!
Found that 3-goal cushion. Charlotte have found their way back into it, and it's through the substitute coming in at halftime, and you can see the technique, the quality under pressure at the end to ride the challenge of Duncan all over his back. Neal is coming across to stay on his feet and find that finish. Just shows the desire of the number 9 coming off the bench, trying to make a difference. Only 44% for Red Bull, but that won't mind much when you think of.
Well, they have another opening here to Red Bull New York. It's Manuel! My word, what a moment! Red Bull New York hat-trick!
Once again, it comes through Luquinhas, who finds it into the wide areas where Elias Manuel has drifted.
But in the run of play, has been a perfect 17 of 17 on this season. Gazdag to give the Union the lead, the keeper of the make it 18 for 18. Daniel Gazdag draws first blood for the Union.
Want to put the young keeper in, the Philadelphia Union. Carranza does well to get the touch on it first, draw the foul, and then Gazdag just so calmly steps up. Jackson one way, Gazdag the other. 1-0, Philadelphia Union.
McGlynn, and in the Under-20 World Cup in the summer, plays a good ball here for Wagner. Across, and it's turned in by Uwa! Nearly an own goal off Romney, spilled by Jackson, and it's a straightforward tap in, and Philadelphia have started these playoffs flying!
Overloads. This time it's Wagner on this left-hand side, being direct, being incisive. Quick little 1-2. He finds loads of space in behind Jones, and then just picks out his pass. And then Romney, unfortunate mistake from the center back for New England, ricochets off him. And then you got the numbers for Philadelphia following in behind. It's just an easy tap in, and Philadelphia finds himself up 2-0 early on in this match. Second goal, or first goal for Uwa, second for Philadelphia. Establishing some rhythm and possession.
Swung into the air, a Harriel, 3-0! Could not have started any better for Philadelphia Union, who are well on their way to winning this game one. It's 3-0 in favor of Philadelphia.
It is all about the service. Now, there will be a question mark if Harriel is just a touch offside, but look at that ball in. But it's just poor defending once again from New England. Buck completely loses Harriel on that far side, and what a commanding header that is. Just rises above. Jackson can't come out for it because it's bending right into the path of Harriel, and my goodness, does he make New England pay. Continue to put themselves under pressure. You have the block of three up top with Vrioni, Bow, Wood staying higher, but no one in between.
Good challenge in from Vrioni, and now Bow could be in here. Cutting in, cutting out. Gustavo Bow! A lifeline for New England. Signs of life for New England. They needed any kind of positivity, and they get it.
New England away from home. They put themselves under a ton of pressure before this attempt, and then just not dealt well enough defensively for the Philadelphia Union. They have players back, but then poor defending. Gustavo Bow just wiggles his way through traffic, beats two players, keeps himself wide initially to open up the space, then 1-2. Thank you very much. The third shot roofs it to the back of the net, past Blake, who doesn't see it till the last second from that close range, and New England stealing one back away from home.
Is okay after a little bit of attention, so Bella will have another opportunity from a corner. And this one towards the far post. Bakayoko with the save. The rebound's in. Ryan Hollingshead. How many times does he deliver in big moments for LAFC? A defender by trade, but inside that 6-yard box, he is a killer. LAFC with the opening goal.
Just moments ago, it's an in-swinger from the near side. He rises up well. Great save from Takaoka. But from that angle, he goes through the goalkeeper's legs at the near post. Defender on the line. Can't get a touch. Into the back of the net. 5th goal on the season. 29th in his career.
More patient approach here from LAFC, maybe to your point about trying to slow things down, but they've given it away. Ball in behind. White, chance to go for goal. Goal inside. White goes alone! And he's leveled things up. LAFC played themselves into that disastrous situation, but Brian White, one of the most clinical strikers in Major League Soccer this season, has delivered again. We're level.
Your ball, my ball, no, their ball. And it's Kubas once again who plays Brian White through. Great first touch. He's got the speed to pull away as he opens himself up. You can see the idea. He's trying to just open and push to that far post. Maxime Crepeau, he reads it well, but nothing he can do about it. but an unnecessary mistake, and these are the margins we talk about, especially during the playoffs. Can you punish the mistake of your opponent?
And Bouanga trying to punish a mistake the other way. Denny Bouanga comes inside. Denny Bouanga! No better striker in Major League Soccer. Rifle that one into the top corner. LAFC with the perfect response.
Denny Bouanga isolated out wide. The initial touch in behind. He's got the speed and athleticism, intelligence to just give that shimmy and a shake as he clears the line. Then he's got the goalkeeper at his mercy. Power, placement, accuracy. What a fantastic goal that is for Denny Bouanga. Makes it 2-1 LAFC in the 29th minute.
Left foot of Ryan Gold, the outswinger, the option. Veselinovic right in the middle of things. Gold, and Akube! It's 2-2, the level again! Nobody near Sabat Akube, and it was just a pinpoint header in the bottom corner. What a first half at BMO Stadium!
The complexion of this match for both managers. Perfectly weighted ball. That superb left foot finds out Akube. He gets up and over Bogus, rises up like a salmon. Far post, side net, levels this scoreline in the 40th minute for Vancouver.
Bogus towards the far post. The header back. Murillo, Bouanga, left foot. That one takes a deflection, not cleared, it's in. They've left him free again. The man for the big occasion, Ryan Hollingshead, has got his second of the match.
And 30th in his career as he's chasing Graham Zusi as the all-time leading defenders in goal scoring. The pirouette up and over from Bouanga, the lack of ability of Vancouver to clear their lines, win the second ball, get outside of their own 18-yard box, and just right place, right time. Calm, cool, collected, keeps it on the ground inside the left foot, far post, side net. Yeah, yellow's good enough in a match like this.
Bouanga through everybody, under the goalkeeper, and LAFC have their fourth. He struck it well, but it's one. Takeoka will want back the goalkeeper.
But he's blown the doors off what Chicho did here at LAFC. Takes a heavy deflection on the way in, but the lack of just understanding in the moment what LAFC was trying to accomplish off that set piece. Credit where credit's due. Second goal of the night. Piece chances. Murillo gets away from his mark. Snap header. Rises up really well. Gets all this ball. Hits the underside of the crossbar. Most definitely over the end line. First goal of the season.
Quinones back inside. The Colombian trying to weight one into the direction of Carrasquilla. It's Herrera. They've been knocking on the door, and now they kick it open. 1-0 Dynamo. Dorsey will come in from the far side, and now it's Gomez. Again with a chance and a full head of speed into space for Anderson Julio. He is onside. Numbers on the back post from Luna. There he is to pull it down first time. Luna looking for the corner, and he ties the game at 1. Out in transition, RSL have tied it. It's game on here in game 1.
To their super subs. Good defending, solid defending here. They get the counterattack situation. Gomez on the dribble. Look at Julio's run, solo. Willing to make that run, knowing it's not a high percentage pass until it presents itself. Plays a perfect ball in. And Luna, who's been fantastic in the last 2 games specifically, as well as the last half of this season, gets the ball down to his feet, sets his feet up, stays on the right, what should have been a left-footed shot. Fixes his feet, slots that one home. Just a phenomenal counterattack. Not wasting any moments.
Dorsey got around the first challenge, couldn't get away from the second. Regains it though. Dorsey quick to combine. Dorsey in the area, back post, swatted away out in front. Amin Bassi to the rescue.
The movement. You see them collapse on Carrasquilla. That comes out to Ache, who then gets an isolation on the wing. That ball gets away from Dorsey. He follows it up. Luna tries to keep it on his feet. And what an unbelievable little flick from Coco Carrasquilla. The ball gets crossed. It stays alive. Bossi follows it up with the left foot. And this is where the play changes. Again, that little flick on from Carrasquilla. Cross the box, but Matt gets a hand on it. And then Bossi, just that late runner, the timing.
Barrial gets it back. Here's Junior Moreno. Back for Barrial. Alvaro Barrial goes for goal! And the Supporters' Shield champions have liftoff!
Drifted to the far side. What a beautiful touch by Baji. Another one-time touch by Barrial, and then he continues to run. You're thinking left foot from that angle against Cornell. That's going to curl away from the keeper and outside the post. But instead, he just picks that spot perfectly. What a ball. Perfectly weighted by Moreno to find him in stride. Inside of the left boot. Far side.
Cushions it down. Deflected effort. Pinball in the area. Wobodo away. And the header back may fall short. There goes Baji. Out comes Coronel. Falls to Lucho Acosta. Goal!
Of danger, the header goes back, not enough on it, and Baji reads it all the way, puts the effort in, forces Cornell into a tricky decision there.
Lovely pass from Brandon Vasquez. Yuya Kubo just pushed off the ball there from Reyes, but Lucho Costa has it. Alvaro Barrial can wrap it up!
Kubo, Vasquez, Luciano Acosta just sees the run on the outside of the boot, passes it with the right. And how about Barrial? How clever. Just kind of pops it up to himself, the half volley out of the air. That lethal left foot, no doubt. Back post once again.
Finalist for now. What a season he's had. Here's Polito. Can they challenge Berkey? And Dembe's coming forward. He has space, and Dembe! A wonderful goal from the unlikeliest source. The left back, Logan Dembe, gives the visitors the lead in match one of round one of the Western Conference playoffs.
This is defending a throw-in your defensive third. Polito pulls off. Nowinski's tied in too tight. Vasilev is caught too tight inside. And how about this? Prepare it with one touch forward. And then Dembe's been fantastic in his second year in Major League Soccer. Perfect technique, perfect start for Peter Vermees and Sporting Kansas City here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Vasilev. Jackson tries to flick it on. It's Parker!
In St. Louis City, there is still life within this expansion team. They didn't lose 3 in a row all season long, but it was the reaction from Tim Parker. Set pieces has been a huge asset for St. Louis City throughout the entire regular season. And tonight, even after a handball from Alan Polito.
And it's Kansas City now coming forward with Gadi Kinda. His shot was blocked. Polito will keep it in play, looking for Shallowy Blum, only as far as Kinda. The kick save from Berkey. Voltaire! And in! The lead again! Back and forth in Missouri. The visitors from across the state take the lead back 10 minutes before halftime.
Winless in their first 10 games, and yet they were second in Major League Soccer in goals in the first half. They love to be on the front foot. Their reactions have been perfect tonight. Second balls, they've been there sooner, they've been there quicker, but it has been sloppy from Sporting Kansas City, defending in numbers, clearances, whether it's been Ndembe with a fantastic finish or Voltaire with a clean first touch and a wonderful finish to give the visitors down I-70 West, because they return serve and return the favor to St. Louis City after that 4-0 loss. It is amazing to me how quick and reactions are on point from Gadi Kinda.
Oh, what a goal! What a half from Sporting KC!
What a finish this is. Gadi Kinda had to be really good tonight. How good is this? Credit to Sporting Kansas City, but that's an alarming stat when you consider they're down 3-1 in the 61st minute here.
Kinda serving, Polito flicking, Shallowy, and in, and it's 4! They've turned it completely around. A team that conceded 4 in each of their previous 2 trips to City Park in the regular season have now put 4 on St. Louis.
Flick on from Polito. And around the world you'll hear about near post runs, how vital they are to set pieces, to balls being delivered from wide areas. You pull defenders into bad spots, but any kind of deflection, now all of a sudden the defending team is chasing shadows. And St. Louis City, from the opening whistle tonight, has been chasing blue shadows all over the field.
3-1 down. Cartagena, he's got time and space, so he hits it and he scores! That is fantastic! His coach calls him a game changer, and that is a goal that can change everything in the playoffs.
Reason why Oscar Pereira and his side have clicked from the summer months until now. But they've clicked because of his defensive work. You don't expect this. As he steps onto it, Nashville, they step off. They're not worried about him. But Cartagena steps onto it and he catches all of this. Gets all the power, gets the whip right into the top bin. There is nothing Joe Willis can do about it. Kisses the underside of the crossbar.
Albert Rusnak with 5 goals in the regular season. All 5 were of the game-winning variety. Hoping if he converts here that this would be number 6. 43rd minute, Albert Rusnak! Paz got a piece of it, but not enough. And the Sounders, who are so good when they take the lead, have taken the lead.
Referee points the spot. Rusnak, really strong penalty. That is a really close save right there from Paz. He gets the touch, hits the inside of the left post.
Atencio. Nuhu. Lodeto is down at the other end, but it's Jordan Morris who makes it 2. And maybe the point of no return in this first game for FC Dallas. Hasn't had a lot of goals in the back end, but he has one to start the postseason.
The phase of play, the simple possession. Joao Paulo inside, the little turn and twist. He gets his legs taken out from underneath him. And that pick out. Jordan Morris gets inside, both center backs. Nuhu gets away from Paxton Pomykal. He rises up well, uncontested, poor marking. Good finish from Jordan Morris. Nothing Paz can do about it. And Jordan Morris, that's a huge goal in the 74th minute to make it 2-1 Seattle over FC Dallas here at Lumen Field.
Into the attacking third, Wiley and Atlanta. broken up by the Crew. 3 into the attack quickly. They put it to the foot of Cucho Hernandez on the move. Cucho shrugs off one challenge. Oh, he strikes it home. Cucho Hernandez and the Crew are off and running in the playoffs. It's a 1-0 lead for Columbus.
Well, we said that he loves that left-hand side, but it's the run from Matan. The run from Matan is outstanding. That drags Hernandez inside. That means that Cucho can get the yard, and when he gets in that position, you might as well just turn back and head towards that halfway line, because you know the ball's finding the back of the net. It's absolutely brilliant from Cucho. He has one thing on his mind. He knows that Hernandez is trying his hardest to get back. He unbalances him, finds the back of the net, but it's a great team goal. Wonderful finish from Cucho, but the movement from Matan, which creates the space for Cucho, isn't quite the goal, but it's a huge part to play in it.
Cucho bangs another. The lead is 2.
But it's not just that, it's off the ball. This is all about Matan. He goes after a ball that he has no right to win. Then he gets his just rewards, because he just stands up Hernandez here. And when he stands him up, Hernandez just gambles, and he...
You can imagine how much Frankie Amaya wants to win here tonight, as Manuel has it back inside the area now. Elias Manuel looks to cut it back for Luquinhas. May still be there for the Red Bulls. And Barlow!
He's in an onside position. It looks like Miazga's just dropped enough that he stays in an onside position. And Celentano nearly...
Andres Reyes straight into Vasquez. Bupenza, beautiful flick for Lucho Acosta. Cincinnati off to the races now with Acosta. And Bupenza with the hit! Oh! Aaron Bupenza!
So composed with the ball, and Bupenza makes the run in the right spot, just wide enough.
Pomacall. 5th straight start for number 19. Kamungo. Overlap Tomasi. Left-footed cross for Arriola! Flag is down and Dallas have the lead! They needed something from Arriola in the 6th minute. They got it! 1-0 for the home team.
The response was going to look like for FC Dallas, especially with the injury to Alan Velasco, and it's this man, Bernard Kamungo. 2-goal performance on the road at LA Galaxy on decision day. Picked up an ankle knock. Just 13 minutes on the road at Seattle. That exquisite left foot, perfectly paced. He's completely unmarked. Paul Arriola takes a slight touch. Delicate, far post side net. Huge goal 6 minutes in here at Toyota Stadium.
Ferreira versus Fry. Ferreira tucks it in! And that takes a heavy load off of his mind to the crowd. A big spot as Dallas are up 2. We're 18 minutes into this match.
Referee points to the spot after consulting VAR. Up steps Jesus Ferreira. And a huge goal to make it 2-0 here in the 18th minute at Toyota Stadium.
And once again, Paxton Pomacall in that press.
Morris might have a beat. He does. He's in behind Ibiaga, no whistle. Morris all the way through, and he tucks it in. The flag goes up. The flag goes up. Jordan Morris irate, as are the Sounders. Rosendo Mendoza will go over to the back-to-back games with playoff goals. There is the play by Kamungo.
Yeah, it's a blind ball from Kamungo. Jordan Morris gets on the inside of Ibiaga. He goes to ground easily. Watch the toe poke.
Turned over. O'Brien directing traffic. Arriola listens to him. Onside to his near side. O'Brien calls his own number to seal the deal. goal. He has been electric down the stretch, and he comes off the bench to extend Dallas's season.
Dallas has had to deal with this season. I'm not sure there's been a better player to take advantage of his opportunities than O'Brien. Comes off the bench, great little step, pinches possession, isolated 1v1. He directs Arriola wide, creates that space away from Jackson Reagan, far post. Just hits a lawn dart.
Logan and Dembe. There will be a minimum 1 minute of stoppage time in this first half. Shallowy, allow Polito. Over to Dembe. And Dembe!
Watch Alan Polito. Hold up play, awareness, and watch Javelot Blum from St. Louis City. You were caught flat-footed, and when you were flat-footed, 18 yards from goal, the attacking quality of Ndembe, Polito, and Shallowy will make you pay. His second professional goal with his opposite foot. I think Peter Vermees has to make a sub or two. I really do. It has not been anything from Sporting Kansas City in the last 20 minutes.
It's been all St. Louis in this half. Now Johnny Russell. Keenda's in the middle. Keenda might be behind. A Shallowy as well. Keenda! Shallowy!
Things matter. Watch Watts. Watch Watts. He's got to step forward. The moment you see Johnny Russell step in, if Watts holds his run, Kinda's in an offside position. But because he tracks that run, it keeps Kinda on, and then it becomes an easy finish for Daniel Shallowy. It is remarkable to look at the Sporting Kansas City homegrown player, Daniel Shallowy, that has now 5 goals in the MLS playoffs. The second leading goal scorer for Sporting Kansas City in their history in big games. But it hasn't been Leuven tonight. It's been Vasilev that's been dangerous.
It is Leuven. This is a better ball, but it's Russell who gets to it. The first man heads it away. Pompeu. To the back post. Oh, my word! What a goal from Celiu Pompeu!
To the team in City Red. The injury took the steam, the energy right out of the building. Concerned about the injury to Rosero. Then it's an in-swinging ball, floated, back post.
Pivotal moment in this series against Takaoka to give LAFC the lead on the road, and he's done it. Powers home, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Now this a contentious penalty given, but Denny Bawanga takes full advantage. 1-0.
And referee Tim Ford wasted no time pointing to the spot. And once you give Denny Bawanga a look, the form that he's been in, the confidence that he's been in, regular season, playoffs, it doesn't matter. He's finding the back of the net from the penalty spot to put LAFC up 1-0 here at BC Place.
McMath picks the right way, comes up with the save, with the second follow-up, and Houston have the lead. Denied it first, but on the doorstep, Amin Bassi strikes for the second time in the 2023 MLS playoffs.
Bassi here. McMath lays out, gets a really strong hand on it, almost wide of danger, but Bassi just follows that up.
And Vera, who's hit some absolute lasers with his left foot, available as well. It'll be Savarino! We're all level at
1. Everything will go with Jefferson Savarino. What he meant was the defensive effort, but what we knew were his capabilities in the attack. And you see him hit that ball. That ball should not get past Clark. It's on his starting side, opposite the wall.
Ledden. Lobjanidze. Pasetu out wide. Lennon operates there. Brooks Lennon curls this ball in, and there's the goal! Yorgos Giacomakis for a 1-0 lead.
Magnificent cross from Lennon that finds the space, and Giacomakis, as he's running towards that, he knows he's going to end up in the back of the net.
Malte Amundsen into space, not enough on that ball, but Atlanta never properly collected. Quickly ahead is Morera. This is Rossi trying to dribble out of traffic, gets this into the 18. Cucho! Tie game! Oh, Cucho Hernandez makes Atlanta pay the price for the turnover, and we are level late in the first half.
From Columbus, and then Rossi does really well, but then watch this first touch from Cucho. It just takes Robinson out of the game. It's absolutely magnificent. Sometimes people go, well, yeah, okay, it's a good first touch. It's not. It's better than that. It's a wonderful first touch because it takes a great defender in Robinson out of the game, opens the goal up, and Guzan has absolutely no chance. It's against the run of play, but when you play a Columbus team that has so much talent going forward, you know what to expect, and his teammates all around him because they know how big a goal that is.
Ball won back by Atlanta initially. Gathered a second time, they'll work this ahead. Lobjanidze making a run, flag stays down. Saba Lobjanidze does well to control, top of the 18, lays it off, Giacomakis into space, shot, goal! 2-1 Atlanta! Xande Silva with the big finish to the opening half.
That means that Columbus are out of position. But look at your two wide plays. You've got Lobjanidze, who does extremely well, and you've got Silva as well. They all come in really narrow, and they get around Giacomakis, who they know, if he is given the ball and he's got teammates around him, he can find a teammate, and he does exactly that. You see Giacomakis here. He has the presence of mind to play it in to Silva, who then finds the back of the net. They outnumbered Columbus. Morera's out of the game. Gressel's nowhere to be seen. Camacho can't get over quick enough because he's trying to take care of Giacomakis, but that's what happens when you catch teams in transition. Atlanta did that, and just when we thought Columbus were going to be going in the happiest of the two teams, he gives you that physicality, more of a focal point. So if you're Yeboah, if you're Farsi, you get yourself into a good position, it'd be well worth putting a cross in.
Giacomakis, top of the 18, quick shot fired, it's in! Oh, the super sub does it! Mosquera with the all-important insurance goal!
He's had such an impact. He had an impact on the draw here. He had an impact in the first game, but it's all about the give and go. Mosquera, he gets the ball, he gives it to Giacomakis, and he thinks, right, can I get this back? He has to hold his run. He has to hold it because the ball back from Giacomakis isn't perfect. That makes the finish even better, but it's wonderful from Mosquera.
Here's the man of the hour, Mosquera. Wiley plays it ahead. Thiago Almada in his playoff debut. Can he give us the cherry on the sundae? Oh, yeah! It's back to Ohio. 4-1 Atlanta United.
Is give this man space. He's so clever at finding where the spaces are on a pitch, but you just see the speed that he has there, because you're thinking to yourself, Morera is going to make sure that he stays going wide. But Almada, such a wonderful finish. At times, players will have too much time on their hands. He can have all the time in the world, and he still knows what he's going to do. And that is the icing on the cake.
Now wash, rinse, repeat. They'll defend the corner one more time. This ball drops and a quick shot fired in. Oh, it might be window dressing, but that's Max Arfson into the match moments ago, who fires it past Guzan.
Just see he's just hanging around, just away from that penalty spot, keeps his eye on the ball all the way through, just helps it on with his left foot and finds the far corner. One thing though, from Gonzalo Pineda's perspective, whether it was 4-1 at the time, It's poor marking.
And go back to, Tony, the characters that Oscar Pereira throughout the season has
well, this could be loose, and Zimmerman battling with Angulo, who's going to bring it away, and McCarthy in there as well, and the shot, and the goal for Orlando on the road. The early breakthrough. The Lions silencing Geodis Park. A bit of a calamity in the back from that Nashville group who are defensively usually so strong, and Angulo scores. Orlando lead.
In such an abysmal start for Dax McCarty. See him in the middle of the pitch. Takes a touch, but he's surprised by Angulo. It's a missed pass, an under-hit pass from McCarty. Zimmerman has something to say about it, but nobody's there to clear it. McNaughton steps up with a fortunate deflection that carries over Willis in the end, but Zimmerman, even there, needs to be cleaning that ball out. Doesn't need to put in a block tackle, needs to put his foot through it. McNaughton has a chance to step onto it. It's actually McCarty who gave the ball away. It's his final touch.
Edwards setting the line there, held about 8 yards from goal. McGlynn to deliver. McGlynn just sends low towards the area, and it's turned in! Philadelphia have their breakthrough at last! And it's Donovan who gets a piece of it and puts Philadelphia a step closer towards the conference semifinal.
Time and time again, set pieces can be the difference maker. Question is there an offside on that play? Doesn't look like it. Donovan sneaks in behind. They keep it low through traffic, and all it needs is just a little touch, just a little deflection to get past the flat-footed Edwards. Can't do anything about it. Excellent goal from the Philadelphia Union.
He's able to turn, no immediate pressure, and you can see the idea, trying to build out of the back. Simple ball right into the feet from Ibiaga to Joao Paulo. Look at Albert. Turns, gets his head up. Now really good spots since the opening whistle. Just floats central, gets in the backside of both Frazier and Yatamendi. And as he finds it...
Two teams will play tomorrow. Entry pass all the way across on the feet of Nelson Quinones. Sending it back in front, big save, and it's 1-0! Corey Baird on the doorstep to put it home, and the Dynamo have a first half lead.
You see from this first ball from a wide area, they don't clear the lines, and this is where Quinones wants you. He wants to take you one-on-one, but he recognizes the opportunity on the back post. They can't clear it. It hits Hector Herrera, comes back to Corey Baird. And what I like about Corey Baird's finish here is he doesn't try to put too much power. He doesn't try to swing. You see just on the left foot, make contact, forcing McMath to have to react. He can't react in time. And he parries that one right into his side net to give Houston Dynamo the 1-0 lead here at home.
Palacios sprays it for Emeka Eneli. Ojeda providing support. The Paraguayan will lift it all the way back to this near side for the Costa Rican left back Oviedo, bending one toward the top of the six, and it's 1-1. Guess who? Diego Luna.
From a deep position, does exactly what you...
Given away by Robinson. This is Nagbe. This time fires and scores! Garland to Nagbe! From long range, and the crew off and running in this decisive Game 3. Here in a big-time spot.
Well, one of the things we've said in this series is the transition of play. It's a really poor clearance from Robinson. And Nagbe, who we spoke about pre-game, we said it was going to be between him and Muyumba that was going to set the standard, was going to get the game going. But just watch this, because it's that man Nagbe who gets in the right place, puts the ball into the back of the net.
Matan tripped up initially. Referee rules advantage. Cucho continues. Here's Amundsen. Malte Amundsen gives it a go, fires, and a laser put home. Oh, what a strike. And the Crew's Great Dane makes it 2-0.
not as surprised as us to find the back of the net. But sometimes in big games, unlikely heroes turn up, and the ball goes through to Amundsen, and he thinks to himself, there's not much else on, so I'm going to strike. And what an incredible strike it is. But what I would also say about this Columbus team in the opening stages, that's your left-sided centre-back. He's finding himself 3/4 of the way into Atlanta's half. That tells you how dominant this Columbus team has started. And wow.
Xande Silva given away midfield. Here's Cucho. Rossi. Play it across. Alex Matan! Make it 3! The Crew are absolutely flying to the delight of the crowd here at Lower.com Field.
When do you learn about transition play? Because once again it's happened. Now the problem that you have here is that Columbus win the ball back. Wiley's nowhere to be seen because as a left fullback, he's going forward. His team have got good possession. So now you're asking Abram to try and cover the left back position, the left side centre back position. He can't do it. Matan takes full advantage. But if you're Columbus, you are going up to these Atlanta players.
Now Atlanta in desperation mode, perhaps, to pull one back at least before the half comes to an end. Jay Fortune. Almada. Able to play this in. Brooks Lennon gets a foot to it. There's Giakoumakis. And the response by Atlanta is superb. Yorgos Giakoumakis to make it a 3-1 game. That's what the doctor ordered.
Well, Schulte, he wants offside. Give great credit though to Lennon. It's the first time really that he's been able to get forward for this Atlanta team. Yeah, and you can see it's a wonderful run from Lennon. Giakoumakis, he's going to be in an onside position because he is behind the ball and is put into his path. The back of the net is found. Now it's 3-1.
Giakoumakis with the pressure on the far side. Controlled by the Crew. Nevertheless, this is Matan with a splendid ball ahead. Rossi is in. Diego Rossi off the post and in. His first goal of these playoffs, and that might be the one that does it for the Crew.
But I just want to talk about Rossi. Just watch his desire, his commitment, his determination. He gets on the wrong side of Lennon, and he's only got one thing in his mind: find that space, find that gap. And he does exactly that. Lennon then tries to come inside to try and cut the ball to him. He's not able to do that. And it's a wonderful finish from Rossi. Under pressure, after a long bursting run, but he finds the back of the net off the post. And like I just previously said, it could well be game over.
This is Jay Fortune. Lennon to work this ball in. The touch by Silva, and again the immediate response by Atlanta United to make it a 4-2 game. Hold everything. It's game on again in Columbus.
This is unbelievable. Do we not want to defend? It's the same with Atlanta. It's you score, we score, and then we'll get ourselves back in the game. And it's a great run. It's a great run from Silva. Once again, Lennon with the assist. And this time it's Farsi. He just switches off. Silva gets on the wrong side of him. This game is incredible. I know I said a few minutes ago that this is more than likely game over. I take that back now because every time either team goes forward, it looks like they're going to score.
Cucho on the turn. Ramirez making the run further forward. Farsi opens up, could go for goal here if he wants to. Instead he goes for Rossi. And again, excellent defending by Araujo. Good win back by Morris. They've given it away. Now he's in behind. Can he get the cross in? It's off the goalkeeper. It's in! Christian Ramirez with the instant impact off the bench. And the Crew lead.
From Orlando's standpoint, watch as this play develops. Number 5 in purple, he's gonna make his way higher up the pitch and cut out this play. He's tracking the play, does well to shoulder the challenge there, but now Aiden Morris comes back into the play, and it's him who wins that challenge. And now Orlando's exposed. Christian Ramirez, good moving off the box. And it's a little bit unfortunate how it finds him at the back post, but it's Christian Ramirez just putting himself into a dangerous area to get rewarded. But what a challenge by Aiden Morris to open up this play, the counter press, to put Columbus back on the front foot. and they finally reward their hard work, their creativity.
Galese. Smith coming in on his favoured right foot, delivers that one in to Halsen. Instead it's Shabirko. And now there's a lot of space, and Galese is off his line, and a chance from the halfway line. And Kucha knows where that was going. Right down the middle, into the back of the net. The Columbus Crew are off to the conference final.
But it starts with good defensive play first and foremost. Shabirko comes off the bench, makes a massive header, but Orlando's had to gamble. Galese's higher up the pitch, the goalkeeper, so you have an exposed goal, but you still, in these moments, you still have to get things right. The precision with the shot, the power on the shot, and then you gotta have the audacity to take the strike on, and Cucho Hernandez is equipped with all that and some, gets his 4th goal of the playoffs, makes it 2-0 here at Exploria Stadium, and that's job one dealt. Well done.
The maestro Acosta on the free kick. Elfoth wants to roll that back just several yards on the restart. Now across. This ball headed across. Opportunity here. There it is. Moscata. Cincinnati in second half stoppage time has the lead.
When the ball comes in from Barreal, and then the ball is headed. It's the header from Murphy, heads it down to Mosquera. The question will be, is Murphy in an offside position when he heads the ball? VAR will be taking a good look at it. But the reaction from Mosquera, the finish from Mosquera, when he woke up this morning, he didn't think that he was potentially going to be sending Cincinnati into the next round of the MLS playoff.
Hector Herrera delivers with the left foot. It's there!
Hector Herrera puts it on a platter. What a header by Escobar.
Depends on what they get from Rui Diaz come next season. Oh, what a ball that is.
It's left by Oliveira. Here is Bouanga. Finally into space. Bouanga is forward! Oh, Denis Bouanga! All he needs is one chance, and the Golden Boot winner opens the scoring in the conference semifinal.
To turn this game on its head, the last thing Seattle wanted is Denis Bouanga in open space.
Against the 2 of Columbus and Darlington Nagbe and Aiden Morris. They can take advantage of a numbers advantage. That's what they want to do today. This is a bad giveaway by Farsi. Bupenza quickly to Vasquez. Can he get the shot away? Vasquez!
It's the pairing of Bupenza and Vasquez, because this becomes an attacking throw-in for them. Actually, it's a turnover where then Bupenza finds the quick ball into Vasquez's feet. It's one thing to have the Major League Soccer MVP, but the supporting cast has to show up. Bupenza with a great ball forward, and guess who showed up from 2022 into December of 2023? You've got 2 of the shorter players not only on Columbus but in the league, in Matan and Rossi in this wall here.
Will Cincinnati take advantage? Acosta curling and in!
He's going to hit this direct, but no way. And they're caught a little flat-footed. This is inexcusable. The moment that ball touches, you've got to be rushing to get in front of Luciano Acosta. That half a second you wait, the clever bending ball in front of the rushing bodies in front of Patrick Schulte. Recovers the ball first, and then Ramirez has the collision. I mean, you can get
Gressel drives it in. Ramirez was there, and it's in. Christian Ramirez off the bench once again on the score sheet. Columbus pulls one back.
When this ball is played forward, Alvis Powell drops. It's a dangerous ball in. I actually think it's an own goal. The ball was played through. Celentano comes off his line. He misses it. This hits Alvis Powell and goes into the back of the net. And what a coincidence. One of the best deliverers of the ball in all of Major League Soccer has flipped the game on its head. Julian Gressel with a timely ball in. Unlucky from Alvis Powell. 7 of FC Cincinnati.
Columbus throwing everything forward. Gressel, Ramirez. Oh, touching to Rosen. This is so good! What a goal! The crew have been saved by Diego Rossi. All level, 2-2.
In the 4 games between Wilfred Nancy and Pat Noonan, there were 22 goals scored. In the 5th game, it's 2-2. It's the Eastern Conference Final. Numbers forward, but you got to be
the tricks in the touch.
Yeah, but that's my frustration. If you're cramping, why are you flicking the ball up, trying to juggle out of it?
Gressel in, Amundsen flying in, didn't get there, but it makes its way to Molino. Molino, back post, Cucho, and then Ramirez has done it!
Yeah, but I want you to watch FC Cincinnati. Angulo here is caught flat-footed. Kevin Molino's on top of the ball, top of the 18. And there's a run from Cucho Hernandez, the most dangerous player on the field for Columbus, and you let him run in, but to have the composure in this moment, to not be selfish. Take a bow, Cucho Hernandez, and take a bow, Wilfred Nancy. Down 2-0, no problem. In Cincinnati.
Signal by Vela. This ball swung in, save, and the rebound is buried home. Hollingshead and LAFC with a 1-0 lead.
Of Hollingshead. First of all, it's a great ball in. Chiellini then goes for the initial header, and it's the follow-up from Hollingshead. You can see when Chiellini heads the ball, looks as
Bogusz again. Switch to the left, waiting on this. Danny Bawanga facing goal, backs up the Houston defense. This ball played across, takes a deflection in. It's an own goal. The play
with the winner, and this, he may just have scored the own goal that takes LAFC to MLS Cup. But it's the first time really that we've seen Palacios get forward. He's put it into such a dangerous area, and it's a difficult situation for Escobar because he knows he has to come and win the ball, but he just gets it all wrong and he puts it into the back of his net. You see the Houston players straight up to him to get his head up and get on with the game.
Perfect this year from the spot. Against Maxime Crépeau, it's Cucho Hernandez. Cucho scores and sends the crew open MLS Cup at home, 1-0.
Way, because this touch right here, does it touch Palacios in the chest first, then the right arm? VAR says no, sir. But throughout the entire year, Cucho Hernandez, when the bell has rung, he has answered the call. His 24th goal in all competitions in 2023.
More of the same from Columbus. What a ball! Yeboah!
Hutchinson's a left back. But what Fernandes said, no, he's not. He's my left center back in the 3. Palacios and Chiellini too slow to realize that they're keeping on Yeboah. Ryan Holling said, chasing shadows, chasing yellow jerseys, because it has been Columbus Crew from the opening whistle. It's bold, it's brash, it's beautiful. 2-0 here in Columbus as the Crew put on a show. So much on that signing and his ability to score goals. And Steve Cherundolo on that staff gave him a ton of opportunities. He just didn't take them.
But Rio's going to continue forward. This is Bouanga! Oh, Patrick Schulte saved the initial and then in! Bouanga pulls LAFC back into the game!
Jesus Murillo makes this play completely by stepping in and winning this ball off of Rossi. Now you've got players in good spots. Bouanga's first opportunity, you're thinking, no way. Patrick Schulte again? But it's on the front foot, reacting immediately in 38 times this year for LAFC. Denis Bouanga has put the ball in the back of the net. It is game on here in Columbus.